was a world at the farthest abyss of space and time. Its caretaker was Lady Sylph, the patron goddess of fae-folk, whose empire stretched across galaxies. On that world, she cultivated the strength of her people to draw out the greatest power of magic. From these efforts, a noble hero ascended from the masses, the first human capable of sorcery. And though his tale is long and tragic, this story is not his. For where there is a first, there may be a next. Neither history nor the people who write it are kind to second place. But as the saying goes, through adversity, true brilliance will polish itself. And though they called it heresy, I would find a way to sculpt myself to their liking. The gods are cruel and selfish beings. Even the kindest among them do not like when mortals tread into their domain. My machinations to entwine my lady's creation with my own existence certainly threatened hers. In Sylph's fury, the entirety of that world was shattered, save for one fallen star. Upon her own justice she ordained, let this fool live the remainder of their days in anguish, know that this blood is on their hands, and suffer no divine being further. She stole my link to the anchored laws, so I could never again use magic to defy her will, and abandoned me to my fate. Most gods are so short-sighted that they can only weave the threads right in front of them and fail to look beyond to the full tapestry. But there are a rare few whose great understanding was born in the visions of others, and in Sylph's misuse of laws, opportunity arose for their intervention. The goddess of chaos who wishes for an impossibility, and the god of magic who facilitates potential. They found me in the darkest of nights contemplating fate, and both offered me a kindness that no man would refuse. There is more than one way to bend the laws, and who would know better? So though I might only be a remnant of who I once was, do not delude yourself into thinking I have become lesser. I am no facade of who I once was. I have become something greater in every way. Do not think me weak, for you will find steel where others are mere glass. And if you believe me powerless, if you truly think you have taken my everything, oh dearest self, watch your back. I know gods like you fear, and I swear upon the stars your fate shall be worse. Hello, how is it going? Give me a moment, I am trying to find where I put my black paper, because I seem to have misplaced it, because I am foolish. I know it's here somewhere. Why is this up here? I really don't miss it. I got so much junk! Is this my black paper? Oh, there's my black paper. The thing I'm doing right now, I can't do on stream because if I put my die cutter on my desk, it would shake my desk really badly, and I'm afraid it will knock my computer over, or not my computer, my camera over. So I'm doing it. I was supposed to do this before stream, and then I got distracted and I forgot. So I'm doing it now. One moment. I thought I had black paper cut already. I did not. And if I did, I have misplaced it. There we go. Don't need that, don't need that. Oh, that's the stair. I have a lot going on my desk for this project. It will be worth it in the end, but it is very frustrating because there is just so much junk around. You will see shortly what I mean. Or at least part of what I mean. I keep having to kick my cats off my desk because they want to cuddle so badly while I'm playing video games, while I'm taking breaks. And I have to be like, no, you're gonna step on the paper. You're gonna make all the paper stinky. You can't do that. If you hear concerning noises, everything is fine. I promise. Alrighty. Hopefully everything is still where I wanted it to be. It looks like it. Oh, I forgot to pull up crabs. One moment. Crab, crab, crab. Crab! I'll show you what I just did in a second too after I get the crabs up. Go away, I don't care. Crab? Show crab? There we go. Become crab. There we go. Now we can be crabs. Cool. My setup's a little different than normal because I have to like all my computer stuff is this way and I have to turn everything I'm using for stream this way. So it's a little awkward and I have to remember to turn to my mic to actually talk into it. So I apologize if I'm a little quiet at times. But I'm working on a project for my dad. It's this beautiful picture right here. It is very incomplete. It is not glued down for the most part, because I have so many layers that I need to do in it. This is one of my favorite kinds of art projects where it's like this multimedia paper cutting project. So there's a lot of layers involved into it. The thing I was doing was I was using this die real quick to cut out some of these vines that I plan to have in the background. If I can pull them out, come on. Little bits in the background. I might need to do this in another color actually. This might be too dark, but this will help with planning anyways, and if I don't use these, I'll use them for something else, most assuredly. We will all one day return to crab, yes, Bags? How's it going? Come on. There we go. I'll definitely use this too, like, I think this is supposed to be like the background of a Halloween card or something. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it'll get used. I keep all my paper scraps that are large enough. I mainly saw that die and I was like, oh my god, I could use all of those roots in the background. The bits that I'm pretty sure are like supposed to be scraps. I was just like, no, those are perfect.
They're just like little swirls. Where's that? There it is. But yeah, I've been working on this for his birthday. I've been planning it for a while, and then I didn't realize how much time had passed and that I was running a little bit late on it, but it's okay, my dad understood. And I found out a little bit too late that the what's it called? The frame for it was gonna take 2 weeks anyways, so it would have been delayed no matter what. Most of what I have to do at this point is coloring and then like decide if I want more little details in the background. But that's why I have all these markers out, because I have to do all these background pieces because I'm coloring all of them like I did these. They're just the same green as the background. And gluing them together so it's a little easier later on. Like, I've already glued all 3 of these pieces together, so it's a little hard to see on camera, but this is multiple pieces of paper layered on top of each other, which is what the whole thing's gonna look like in the end. I need to put that under a weight or something. And like, I think it's very obvious with this piece. Oh, it's pinned. Like, all of the layers on there, all of the bark layers. Thank you, Miss Marjorie. I love you, but I don't love you enough to have you contaminate this picture. But yeah, that's what we're working on. And right off the bat, I have some color testing I need to do. Because I know what colors I used for this, and every layer back I'm going a little bit darker. It's probably not super obvious with these two because all I did between the difference of this layer and this layer was I added a little bit of this color on top. That just gave it a little bit more darkness. But I don't think that's going to be enough for the next layer. I was testing out some color choices, but I think I need to do a full test on this. This is the smallest piece going next, so I figured if I had to cut out another copy of this, it would be probably fine, but it would be very annoying and either way. So hopefully I will not have to cut out another piece, but we shall see. So I think I used, was it this one? Yeah. It was this one. We're gonna want one of these two, and I'm gonna probably want this again. Probably some more colors, because I don't think that's gonna be enough. But yeah. It's very funny. This fluorescent yellow, well, yellow-green, is what I'm using for the brightest parts of these. But it looks so good, like, as soon as I lay it down, like, that's the perfect, like, bright chartreuse, limeish green. And, oh, the light is shining directly on that. Hang on, let me get this to a place where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Let's see. Elgato. Wrong properties. Filters. We'll just turn off the color correction for now, because it looks like it's just annoying. Oh, it's still really bright. Where's my... What was the thing I was using? No, that's Logitech. Oh, is it on my phone? Is this the one that's on my phone? I haven't used this camera much yet. Hence, me confusing myself. I am not signing up for your bullshit GoPro. Where's brightness? That's not what I want. That kind of helped, but not really. What's bit depth? Ah, that doesn't look helpful. They don't really have an option for me. Dang it. I'll have to figure it out later. Hi! How's it going, Ariel? It's nice to see you again. I think so. I'm doing alright. I was trying to increase or decrease the brightness so you guys could more clearly see what I was working on, but my camera is fighting me, so I don't think that's going to happen. I could probably do something on the filters in OBS, but I think it's mainly just... Oh! Thank you for the follow. Like, what's this? Could I just lower this? No, that looks awful. Is it gamma? No. It's because my light source is right there, and I don't have another one on that side, so it makes all of this very awkward. If I had better light sources, it would work better. But that's okay. We're not here to be professional. We're here to make a cool gift for my dad. I'm very excited to give this to him. So something I haven't really talked about with art is I don't actually give a lot of art away. Like, it may seem surprising since I do give art to my friends, like digital art. But the thing with me is, like, I see giving art as a very meaningful gift. Like, obviously I'm aware of, like, just how much time goes into making a piece of art, how much time and effort. And whenever I do gift a piece of art to someone, I want to make sure it's something that I know that they're going to like. And the thing about my dad is, no offense to him, he's very boring. And unfortunately, a part of that boringness is whenever we're like, oh, hey, Dad, what do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Father's Day? He's just like, I don't care. Anything you give me, I will love. And I'm just like, Father, that's not what I asked. I asked, did you want anything specific? And so for many years, he's just been like, I would love something that you've made for me. I don't care what it is. I'm just like, Father, I need you to, like, have an interest for something that I can draw. And unfortunately, his main interests are exercising. He does play video games, but it's mainly League, and hunting and fishing. And I'm just like, I could logically and theoretically do League of Legends fan art, but I have no idea which champions he actually plays or anything, and I feel like that's so impersonal for a gift from my father. I don't want to do that. And so I got the idea in my head of doing something very naturey, because I knew he would like that too. So that's why I'm doing this the way I am. And I know he doesn't know exactly what he's getting upcoming. Hi JC, how's it going? But I have obviously given him some hints. And so he knows that he's getting something actually made by me for him, because he's gotten art from me before that I've just like made for myself, and he's just been like, hey, I really like this, can I take this with me and like hang it up at work? But he's never gotten something specifically made for him, so I know he's excited about that at least. Oh my god, die. I'm so glad my cats are not like the ferrets I once had and do not try to rub themselves over freshly laid down markers and try to get themselves high, because I think I would have a panic attack. And yes, my dad plays League. My dad is the person who got me into video games in the first place and like into going on the internet and stuff. When I was like 11, my ideal day of hanging out with my dad was playing World of Warcraft with him, and later League for a short period of time. Although I did not enjoy League very much. Oh, you're so right, Di. I don't have ferrets anymore, but if I did, I would get them a noodle drawer, of course. What else? What other games did I play with my dad? He's also technically the person who got me into anime, because he used to watch Bleach, and I would watch Bleach with him, even though I did not comprehend anything going on. And then, like, when I started watching stuff on my own, like, actually, like, you know, paying attention and stuff, I found Full Metal Alchemist, and then my standards were set, for the rest of my life. It's so annoying. I can't just like go find a mediocre anime to watch for a little bit just to like have something in the background. It has to be actually good or I'll just get mad at it. I do want to make sure these are blended as much as possible. The way I really enjoy using Copic markers is lots and lots of blending. I have a lot of different colors that I can blend together. But there's other bits where I'll try to be more precise with them, which is why I prefer this into them. I have never met anyone who uses, this side, the chisel side, except for people who have like the very specific like architectural style, and I don't understand how they do it. Not because I don't think chisel tips are useful, but because the sound these chisel tips make when you're using them is the worst thing in the world. They sound horrible. I hate them. Embrace the trashiest guy. I was trying to watch another trash isekai recently, and I'll probably finish it, because like I enjoy isekais. We've talked about this, Dai. I love the idea, and I was watching this one, something to the effect of like the best assassin in the world goes to another world or something, and it was going well. Is the worst bit. It was going really well at first. I was just like, oh, this is really intriguing. Like, I like the idea of this, that this guy is like the best assassin ever, and he's died now because he's run out of time basically. And the goddess is just like looking for somebody to fucking murder the hero of her world. And it's just like, okay, you've got me there. Good premise. And then like time skip, I think into the second episode, things start getting weird real fast, because the family he is reborn into is also a family of assassins, but they're also a family of doctors, and like they're doing like medical examinations, and I'm so glad that the medical examination did not take too weird of a turn, but the start of it was really fucking concerning, is all I'll say on that matter. But then I was just like, okay, we got past that bit. Keep going. Everything's still fine. Everything's still kind of intriguing. I'm still with it. And then I got to the episode that I stopped on the other day, and it was I guess the start of the harem. Where oh Bags, I'll get to that in a moment. Holy shit. But like, so the main character has recruited a couple of ladies that he's helped out of shitty situations, which I will say I really enjoyed those storylines. I think that was great. They were doing a fantastic job. You had me there. You had me at the guy that saves these girls from other places. And like, I'm not against a harem anime. Have fun with that, I guess. But it gets really weird when you have him wake up next to both of these ladies. Fine. And one of the first things one of them says is, I know you called me your sister, but I can be your lover too. No, we're not doing that. I hate it. I hate it with a dying passion. What the fuck? It came out of nowhere. Like, they aren't related. I should stress, they are not related. It's just, they've kind of gotten, like, adopted into the family. I think it was this weird thing where, like, because he's also an assassin in this world, he needs to have, like, a fake identities. So he's put into a second family as well, and they're aware that he's, like, not actually related to them, but he's technically adopted into this other family. And, like, it's just this weird, convoluted bullshit where I'm just like, I'm gonna turn off the anime for the night, I think. I think that's enough. There's not, like, I feel like I have very reasonable expectations for an anime and, like, reasonable lines in the sand where I'm just like, if you go past this, I'm done. And yet somehow, it keeps happening these days. It's something like the world's greatest assassin is sent to another world or something. I don't remember the exact thing, but if you look up world's greatest assassin isekai, it'll probably come up real fast. Because it apparently has a second season or something. I'm gonna continue watching it and see if the, like, yeah, no, I know, Bags. I know. I'm highly aware that there's, like, a specific audience for that sort of thing, but it still is just so out of pocket every fucking time. Like, ugh. I just want a normal show. Speaking of which, the comment you mentioned earlier, yes. Yeah, that's the full title. Speaking of self-aware jokes, holy shit. So, I used to be a huge fan of Soul Eater. Fantastic anime. A fuck ton of fan service, more than I'm normally comfortable with, honestly, with Blair the cat. But like here's my thing with it, is I feel like, not that it was done necessarily tastefully, because I don't think Blair in Soul Eater is done tastefully at all, but it at least, like, made me laugh, which is more than I can say for most fan service. Like, normally it just makes me really uncomfortable, but like, I feel like they did it in a way that makes it still funny to me. And obviously, Soul Eater has a lot of other really cool things happening that just make it such an incredible storyline to me. And so I found out recently that Fire Force is directly related to the Soul Eater universe, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool as fuck. I love seeing, like, little tie-ins like that. That's one of my favorite things. So I start watching it, or before I actually learned that, I heard it was a really good anime, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Like, sure, I always watch the mainstream animes, at least for a little bit, you know? And like, midway, I think, through episode 2, they start immediately into a shower scene with two ladies, and I'm just like, oh, I'm already uncomfortable. And then they do some other thing that's, like, super fan servicey, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Nope, you've already hit my limit within 2 episodes, and that's saying something. That's bad. That's really bad. But I was later then told, as I said, that it is a prequel to Soul Eater, and I was like, oh, okay. If I'm going by Soul Eater standards, I can take a little bit more fan service because Soul Eater was that good. So I keep watching, and it just keeps getting worse, and I'm just like, this is awful. Like, is there anything here that is actually interesting enough for me to continue wanting to watch? Because they start off very strong with a premise that I would be interested in. It's essentially spy games to a degree, where if you're unfamiliar with Fire Force, it's a world that has been plagued by people spontaneously combusting, and the main characters are all on a special team of firefighters who essentially assassinate anyone who has been spontaneously combusted and turned into this sort of demon-looking thing, because they don't have any other way to save these people. And it's just like, okay, that's pretty cool. You got me there. And then it gets better because it's just like, oh, it turns out like this special firefighter squad is like split up into different divisions, and all of these divisions are like really secretive and they're not sharing information across each other, and some of them might be doing some fucked up shit. So the force that the main character is on is supposed to be investigating all of the other ones as like a special investigations team alongside their firefighter duties. That's really cool. I'm into it. Hell yeah. I love sniffing out corruption stories. That's pretty awesome. And they somehow take that premise and make it the most boring fucking thing I have ever seen with that kind of premise. Like, you have to be actively trying to fuck up that kind of premise, in my opinion. Like, it's that bad. Like, if you're just there for like some action and some cool fights, you'll probably enjoy it. But when you lead me on with like just like, oh, we've got this whole psychological thing going on in the background, like that's gonna be a part of the main shit. It's not gonna all be just flashy firefights and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I want to see that. And then it turns out these investigations include having the main character's like main love interest kidnapped, and then the main character just goes and tries to bust down the doors of this other division that kidnapped her, and yeah, it's all just fights. It's all just brute force fights. That's all. There's no other interesting thing behind it. I'm just sitting there like, I was so excited for this. Because they also, like, the way they introduced the main character, which the mangaka for Soul Eater has clearly shown that he can write the kind of character where it's just like, oh yeah, they're kind of like one of the like typical shonen protagonists, like I'm the coolest dudes ever, but like they still have like some brain cells left. I feel like Soul Eater, the character, is a very good example of that. So it's just like, okay, yeah, he can be like a brute force kind of guy, but also still have some brain cells. No, he doesn't have brain cells. He doesn't. You think he does in episode 1, and then it gets to like episode 2 and 3, and you're like, oh, this guy's dumb as fuck. And it's just like, why? And it somehow gets worse. It somehow gets worse because I did not even experience apparently the worst part of Fire Force at the point in time where I was just like, fuck it, I'm so beyond uninterested at this point. Cause I was like, okay, at this point, if I'm spoiling something for myself, it's not gonna bother me, because I need just literally anything to get me to be interested in this series still. Because I want to see the tie-in with Soul Eater, one of my favorite anime ever, and mangas. I read the whole manga too. Apparently, at one point in time, the mangaka put a self-insert character in so that he could justify the reason that he keeps making all of the women fan service and not provide anything of substantial value. Like, it's wild to me that this is the same person who wrote Soul Eater, because despite the fact that many of the women are just straight up fan service in Soul Eater, there was still a lot of care taken with all of their characters. Like, they are still distinctly their own character, have their own personalities, and contribute significantly to the story. The main character's fucking Maka, for God's sake. And then you flip it around to the writing in Fire Force, and it's just like, I thought this was an entirely different person. Like, I saw kind of the style reminiscent of Soul Eater, but the writing was so different. I was just like, oh, this is not the same person, this is someone else, until somebody literally told me it was the same person. It was just so bad. And I can't even quote, like, what was in the series of panels that was just like, oh god, this man thinks like that? Because it was just that bad that I have blacked it out from my mind already. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I need this to be darker. Because, like, you can kind of see it kind of just, it blends in too much. I want this to be darker. Anyways, yeah, I need some good anime to come out. I need Omniscient Reader's anime to be good, because if it's not good, I will cry. Because holy shit, what an amazing novel. And I need the next season of Apothecary Diaries, because oh my god, so good. I'm so excited for the next season. If you thought seasons 1 and 2 of Apothecaries are good, I have fantastic news for you. The novels only get better. Like, we're around novel 5 at this point, and this is where shit starts really kicking off in Apothecary Diaries. I'm so excited. What else? What else is there that could come out that would make me happier? Probably more Frieren, although I still need to catch up with the current anime because I'm still behind on it. Hell, I'll even accept something that's like mid-tier, but like still good. I'll take anything at this point, because every time I go try to watch a new show right now, it's so bad. Hi, Yuri. The novels for Apothecary Diaries, if you need the novels, I can hook you up. I got a bunch of them off of Barnes & Nobles. Frieren is so good. It's very much my speed of story, but it's also the kind of story where it's like, I need to be in a specific mindset to watch it. All right, hang on a second. Let me just scroll to where I put all of those. Is it on this drive? Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's just 1 through 11. Too many uploads? What? When the fuck did they limit uploads to only 10 at a time? Discord, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I will find... I think I have up to 14. I'll find the other ones later. Just remind me, Yori. But, there you go! Calvatus. I haven't watched Berserk, although I was recently very interested in watching Berserk. I just wasn't in a particular mood for it. I do like dark fantasy. Oh my god, Bags. Bags, it's so good. It's literally House MD set in ancient China. And House is a girl who just likes testing poisons on herself. It's so good. It's so good. And she's sassy. Yeah. I love it so much. Oh my god. I will say, we're gonna get so much discourse soon for Apothecary Diaries once more of the anime comes out. I'm gonna laugh so hard about it, but there's gonna be so much discourse. There already is, for the people who've read the novels already, and I think it's very funny. I do not give a shit if an art style looks more hand-drawn or not. I don't care. Like, I like a lot of varying styles of art in the first place. I care more about if it was, like, just good quality. But even still, like, I'll watch an anime with mediocre animation as long as the story's good still. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't, because mediocre animation is, like, the tagline of all my animatics, I think. You would be surprised in the way that they cut corners when the actual way of drawing is more difficult. They will find other ways to cut corners. Alrighty, gotta do another one. I still have pencil marks on this. This is my favorite tool ever. I wish I could bring it with me to work, but it's kind of too bulky. It is an electric eraser. It's so nice. Oh, these really don't want to erase. You can't really see it on stream. Maybe if I hold this up to the camera. But there's still pencil marks from where I traced over this to cut it out properly. I cut all of these out with an X-Acto knife. So it took a while, and my hand hurt a lot afterwards. Let me write down the one that you recommended for me, Dia. Unless you... Oh, thank you for sending it to me. The 13 here. That's a lot of characters. 13 heroes is a lot of characters to keep track of. Oops, remove that. I think that's my only wariness looking at this real quick. Speaking of lots of characters, is it sad that I'm excited for Danganronpa having a remake? I'd normally not be very excited about a remake of anything, but apparently they're like changing the entire storyline, like they're changing all the trials and stuff, and so that has me intrigued. Yeah, but that's still a lot of background characters to keep track of. Unless it's like they do like a one and done thing where it's just like, here's hero number 2, and we're gonna focus 5 episodes on this guy, and then we're going to abandon him to the void and never speak of him again. Unless we need a really cool group shot, in which case then they're doing it correctly. Also, dark fantasy just means it's like scarier. Not scarier, but like more mature than a normal fantasy. That doesn't mean they've got like 5 bazillion characters. Oh, but speaking of characters, so I've been inspired by Tumblr lately. I don't know how far on other social media this meme has run its course, but there's currently a meme on Tumblr that just so happened to have the perfect timing to kick off right as AO3 had like a 24-hour maintenance. Hi Wood, how's it going? About like there's regularly people who make fun of the TikTok book circle where like people are like trying to sell you a book and it's just some weird romantasy bullshit, and it's just like you do you have fun with that. Your premise also sounds fucking insane, and we're gonna laugh at it a little bit. And the most recent target of this was this romantasy series. I don't remember the title, but the premise is there's this dangerous crow boy whose job it is to destroy plastic, and you're a girl wearing a plastic dress. And I can't. Let me find the image going around, because it has everyone just fucking dying of laughter in the best of ways. And then I got inspired. See, I play Guild Wars a lot, which Yori is from the guild that I play in now, and I'm well known for my crazy character names, and I was just like, guys, I've got my newest character, Microplastics Crow. But I cannot stress the craziness of this book talk thing, and it gets better. So obviously people are memeing on this, they're making fun of it. There's all sorts of posts going around about the dangerous crow boy who has to destroy plastics, and it turns out the author of the book has found out about the memes, and everyone's just like, oh no, what if she's like really insulted by this or anything? She has now added a frequently asked questions to her website that makes it very clear beyond a shadow of a doubt she thinks this is the funniest fucking thing that could have happened. And it also turns out that this is from a series of books, and there's like 9 other books in the series, and I'm so tempted to read them. I'm really tempted to read them. I know this is not normally like my kind of jam when it comes to reading. But I'm so enthralled with the absurdity of this all that I need to consider it. Here we go. Where is browser source? One of these is probably the right one. That's not the right one. Browser, try again. Browser 2, is this the right one? That is also not the right one. Oh wait, no, it's a window capture, my bad. There we go. Where is it? This one. Oh, that's very big. Let's see, fit to screen, here we go. What happens when you stumble into a fae world wearing sparkly, forbidden, plastic clothes? A dangerous crow boy whose job it is to destroy plastic becomes obsessed with you. This is not AI. I should specify. Everyone kind of got a little freaked out. They're like, is this an AI drawing? No, like this lady has even like progress shots of this stuff and everything, but like there's so much happening here. And it only gets weirder. Like why is he crying? And it's so funny because, of course, this being a romantasy novel, these characters, of course, have the idea of mates, like soulmates, and the main female lead is Australian, so she just keeps calling people mate. It's like a whole plot point too. I love this idea so much. And like in the frequently asked questions, because obviously people are just like, this has gotta be like part of the reason you wrote this, right? Because this is too funny and too like on point. And she's just like, hell fucking yes it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot of memes about it. Typical poll on Tumblr. What does he even do to destroy plastic? I will say, I read this and my first assumption was, oh, I thought he just ate that shit. Like, I thought that was the whole point here. Like, I thought this was like part of the deal with it. But no, he just uses magic apparently. So boring. Oh my god. But like, just everything that people have learned about this book have made it more absurd and funnier, and I'm just like, I need to read this at some point. This is too funny. And yeah, what apparently in the novel, like every time she does this, he like somebody's just like, oh whoa dude, somebody's gonna get like the wrong idea if you keep doing that. And like the crow boy apparently like blushes every time she calls him mate. It's so funny to me. I think my favorite meme was somebody said something to the effect of, we should let the crow boy loose in like an IKEA or something, somewhere where there's a lot of plastic, and give him a pistachio for every thousands of dollars of damage that he does. Following like all of the bird videos where they give the bird a pistachio after they do a trick. It's too good. I'm in love with this. But yeah, so now Microplastics Crow has gone not quite viral on Tumblr, but it has certainly escaped containment. And I now have like 600 notes on a post introducing him to the Tumblr world. Oh my god, Yori, that's really funny. No, apparently they have to confiscate her dress at one point, and she's like, I don't think she's quite an influencer, but like she's somebody with a following on like TikTok and stuff, and so she's like super into like fast fashion and like plastic nail or like acrylic nails and stuff like that. And like she has like a full-on breakdown apparently at one point where she's like, but what about all of my items? Like, what about all my things? And the crow boy's just like, no, you can't have them. Which apparently the reason it is his job to destroy plastic is things like plastic and metal interfere with magic, and so they are forbidden in the Fae realm. Hi Akami, how's it going? I just, every plot point I've learned about this, I'm obsessed with it. It's so funny. I'm also just glad like the author like heard about this meme happening, and instead of getting insulted, they were just like, yeah, it is funny. I'm glad y'all are laughing with me. Like it turning it into a joyous thing rather than like throwing a fit over everyone and misinterpreting their work or something. It brings me so much joy. Aw, I'm sorry, Akami. I hope you get some good rest soon. I am also tired. I had a collab with Dai earlier today, and I was going to do like a hero point train in Guild Wars so I could get Microplastics Crow ready for Halloween. And then like I did like the first leg of it with a hero point train that was already running, and then I was like, wow, I'm tired. And then I passed out for 4 hours. And now I'm hyper again. Also, a Norn for for Crowboy would have been really funny because it would have made him like super tall. But I just reused one of my existing characters, and I'm so mad. I'm so sad, Yori. Apparently, he has like the title of Guardian in the novel. I'm just like, God damn it, I made him a mesmer. I think Discord is just fucking with all of us right now, Kyra, because it won't let me send 10 things as like attachments anymore. It'll only let me send up to 10. It won't let me send more than that. I think we need to fight the Discord CIO or CEO. Also, yeah, I know that is like an ongoing joke on your channel, but I am a little bit uncomfortable with it. Just in that sort of way. Has it? Maybe I've just never sent more than 10 items at once before. But no, I've sent the apothecary diary stuff to multiple people. I swear it let me send. Maybe I just forgot. Honestly, I probably when I sent it to Kyra, I probably was just like, God damn it! Immediately forgot. To be fair, I don't send a lot of items together at one time on Discord very often. The one exception apparently being when I'm sending apothecary diaries to people. God. On one hand, I would really like a Discord replacement. One, so people stop putting their fucking game forums in Discord. Holy shit, please just make a wiki page, my god. But also, like, the idea of having to move your entire community again after every other fucking social media these days has decided to break itself into tiny pieces. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired of it all. If it were easier to get, like, a crowd going on Tumblr, I would only be on Tumblr and nowhere else. Because I hate every other social media. It really is a commie. It really is. I was trying to explain to my dad that you cannot just Google things these days. Not only just because AI is fucking everything up, but also because Google literally enshittified itself to make it more profitable to have ads on their search pages. And you're just like, oh, I mean, maybe? I'm just like, Dad, no, they literally have documented proof of this. Father, please. I don't see anyone... Actually, you know what? No, I take that back, because Steam did come out with the Steam Deck and everyone leaped on that shit very quickly. So maybe Steam could create something. A possibility. But I do not see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. Yeah, I don't think Steam is our friend. Especially given the whole payment processor thing shit that happened recently too. I don't see it happening. And the thing is, like, to my understanding, Discord was already very profitable. Like, they don't have to be doing all this garbage. They're just doing it because, I don't know, shareholders or some bullshit. So that's the thing. That you bring up a very good point, Yang, that it is that they are being pressured into it. That is also the case for Itch.io. But just because they are being pressured into it does not mean that they do not have a voice to also say, hey, payment processor, that's really fucked up of you. Like, I don't think this is correct for my community, and also this is a really weird rule to start enforcing on people. Cause the thing is, like, one of the things that started happening is PayPal started banning people who bought anything off of Itch.io at one point. Like, I'm not saying they aren't being pressured, because I understand the chokehold that payment processors have on people at the moment. Like, even just take Apple and their rules on what apps are allowed in their app store and what you have, like, they will force people to change their applications if there's something that Apple doesn't like in their iOS store or anything. Like, it's not that how dare they not do anything at all because they're just caving to the payment processor. It's, hey, you're literally the person selling, like, the product here. Like, they're just a storefront. You should be able to stand up and say, no, fuck you, go fuck yourself. And yes, Yang, I do understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a point where, sure, they can't do it at all because it'll literally collapse them as a company, but I'm hoping at the very least, like, behind closed doors when all of this shit's going on where, like, the payment processor is saying, oh, you can't do this anymore, they're at least going back and saying, hey, that's kind of crazy of you. Like, hey, what the fuck? Honestly, I'm of the opinion that payment processors should not be able to dictate so stringently the rules of people using them, given what the service is for, but I understand that's probably a very complicated subject that I don't have enough information to really, like, give a strict opinion on. And I don't think there's any way in hell that our current setup is going to do anything about that that's, like, actually positive. But that's the thing, like, I'm not saying that they aren't in a dangerous position where the payment processor, like, can't just fight back again, just be like, alright, go fuck yourself, as you said. But they are still in a position where they can be like, no, that's gonna lose all of us a lot of money. That's a stupid move to make. It really is stupid, Kyra. Like, there's so much nickel and diming. I sincerely doubt he is doing anything in any way, shape, or form useful, given that every single time I have seen him do anything related to the economy, it has been something that is just like, oh, this is gonna fuck all of us over. Like, unequivocally. I know you're just Justin, Yuri, but, like, I feel like people misunderstand that an economy is not specifically capitalism. Economies exist outside of capitalism, but capitalism's methodologies specifically are set up in such a way that they harm a lot of people rather than doing anything good, and they will eventually collapse upon themselves. It's why we're seeing so much enshittification, because the thing with capitalism is you cannot be stagnant. You always have to be getting more money. And the way to get more money, once you've reached a point where it's like, okay, the product works and everyone loves it, is to make it worse and harder to use so that you get more ad revenue or better numbers with people having to use it longer or stuff like that. Yang, my chat is strictly safe for work. Please don't make jokes like that. Again, I know your channel's different, like, you're fine, but also, just keep in mind. Yeah, the line has to go up forever, and that is the distinct problem with capitalism. It just makes, like, it impacts everything when that is the basis of the economy. I was just listening to something earlier, and I need to verify this. Is it true that Amazon is literally running out of people to hire because their turnover rate is so bad? Oh my god, yeah, exactly! Like, no, that's not how that works. How the fuck are you gonna double profits every year? Of course, Amazon's not gonna learn any lessons from this, unfortunately, but I will laugh when it happens. Not at the people getting fucked over by it, like the workers, but at Amazon, hell yeah, I'm laughing at them for that. That is a problem of their own making. Sometimes I think to myself when I'm drawing, like, oh, people probably think I'm insane for drawing every individual leaf, huh? But, like, it looks so pretty when I'm done. It's worth it. I have to draw every leaf. Every leaf must be perfect. That's really funny, Kyra, because I cannot anticipate Amazon creating anything that doesn't break down within 6 months. Like, they're literally going to be costing themselves money. Yay, I think... I think the people around me can say for sure, you are not the craziest person I've been around. In the slightest. I have put up with so much worse. And that's people I called friends, not like family members I was forced to be around. No, please don't. You don't want to be associated with those people. You really don't. On one hand, yes, you are very sane, Dai. On the other hand, I'm really not over the fact that you freeze milk. It is in the same category as bagged milk for me. Like, yes, technically you can do this, but should you? Oh, I forgot. You're Canadian, aren't you? Yes, Dai, please explain to the class. Listen, I understand conceptually that it's just, it is one of the ways people store milk, but it is so cursed to me. It is really cursed. Ah, yes, this is the correct color. I know it's not very clear on stream, because of the camera, but I must have the blending be perfect. I'll take some photos after stream. I know I've sent a photo to Yori, and I've sent a few photos in my server of what this looks like so far. American cheese is very cursed. I agree. There are not, like, I'm normally a big fan of cheese, although I haven't, like, tried anything, like, especially fancy. But, like, pepper jack cheese, hell yeah. American cheese, I mean, I'll eat it, but, like, I could be doing so much better. There are, like, some places where, like, I'll get a cheeseburger or something, and, like, I'll bite into it, and I'm just like, oh, I am, like, actively putting microplastics in my body, huh? Like, that's how bad the cheese is. Like, the fucking, like, Kraft singles or whatever they are, like, those just look and feel like they're just microplastics. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I am not the greatest, like, proponent of personal safety too, given that I'm using alcohol markers, which is probably fucking with my sensitivity of something or other. Not to mention the fact that I have, like, UV resin sitting next to me somewhere. I should make something with UV resin soon. I need to be murked. Wait, which joke? Hold on, let me scroll back. No, that was pretty good, Kyra. Sodium citrate. Why the fuck would I add whatever makes American cheese to, like, actually good tasting cheese? It's already fine. Pepper jack tastes great. Swiss cheese tastes great. I don't need to make it worse. We need to be merged by the microplastic. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, speaking of, like, so as I said, I posted Microplastics Crow on Tumblr, and somebody was just like, oh, the only time you can bring this character out is during Halloween, because in Tyria, the only canonically plastic things are the fucking glow-in-the-dark spiders and skeletons in the Mad King's Labyrinth. He shows up at Halloween to save us from from the creatures in the labyrinth, and then leaves again to hibernate. I am trying to get a raid build set up for him though, but I'm very overwhelmed by the Mesmer rotation. Is this a normal rotation where it's like a page long of stuff? I thought that was exclusive to Elementalists. I'm missing a few spots on this, but I'm checking where there's some might be. Mesmer's pretty bad? Okay, it is just a Mesmer thing too. Alright. That's fair then. I want to have like a boon support DPS though, because right now all I have is pure DPS. And I feel bad whenever I'm in a raid, I'm just like, yes, I am DPS. I bring damage, I hit things and they make a funny cartoon noise when I hit them. Oh, absolutely, Kyra, they're going to be able to do that, and I think that's really cool. It does not excuse the fact that microplastics are obviously bad, but it is funny. Downstairs meditation. No, not yet. I've only just started playing microplastics. I haven't learned enough of the rotation to figure out where the downstate goes into it. I know where it goes into the one for nil, of course. It is right after I've finally used up all of my endurance, bouncing around everywhere, and I've hit things a couple of times, and then I'm waiting for my endurance to go back up before I can rebuff from it. And then I go downstate, of course, so I can get my CC in and then get back up and I have my endurance. No, I've wanted a chronomancer. I've wanted to have one. So, one of my Mesmers is going to be Virtuoso, and then I might test out Troubadour on her, and then Crowboy is going to be Chronomancer. I'll probably test out the new Ingi spec. But that's probably the only other new elite spec I'm gonna try when the stuff comes out. Oh, that makes me excited. I love anything Bard themed. Oh man, fuck! I should have made Crowboy an engineer, so I could have turned him into goop. That would have been really funny. No, that's such a missed opportunity. That would have been crazy. See, my line of thinking was, because I didn't know about all of these things with the plot when I made him, I was just like, oh, he's like a fake character, so like something with illusions and stuff is very fitting. So let's just put him on this mesmer I'm not using. And then I find out all of these other plot points down the line. I'm like, fuck, I could have made this so much funnier. I played myself. Hillbilly phase? Oh, that'd be really funny. Hang on, I have to sneeze real quick. Ooh. Where are my cats? They've been quiet. Too quiet. There's one of them. Which one are you? Are you Marjorie? You look like Marjorie. Hi. Yeah. How you doing? Were you comfy? What if it's like a recruitment thing instead? Like, the reason they're trying to get more people into the Fae Folk Woods is to recruit them to also become a hillbilly Fae Folk. Oh, excuse you. Excuse you, ma'am. 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 Ma'am, that's the camera. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ma'am. No, please. Marjorie. This is my problem with my cats, is they love climbing just directly on my desk. Say hi, everyone. Hello. Are you a good girl? No. No. You're a good girl. Yeah. You want to purr for everyone? You were purring so strongly during Dai's stream earlier. And you're gonna make it to where everyone now gets to miss out? Because you decided to purr when Dai was trying to explain things to people. So I couldn't, like, even when I put you up next to the mic, no one could hear you. Because your purrs are weirdly quiet. Yeah. Yeah. She's got this, like, weird whispery purr. Where you can feel her purring, but the most you'll hear from her is just, like, her nose whistling a little bit. I think she's got allergies or something. And has, like, a stuffed nose. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Mm. Yeah. Oh, there's that purr. There's your good purr. You gonna go back? Be polite. Polite. Politely. Politely, please. Oh my god. She ran into literally everything on her way. Alright, we're gonna put that barrier back because you cannot be trusted. We did hear her. We did. It was very cute. It's so funny because, like, when I got Marjorie, I had been playing Guild Wars at the time, and I think it was around the time they redid season 1 or something. And so, like, of course, the character Marjorie in Guild Wars was coming out again, and I was just like, I need, like, a temporary name to give this cat while I think of a good name for her. And Marjorie just happened to be on the mind. I was like, okay, the cat's name's Marjorie for now, I guess, or something. And then it just kind of stuck because I couldn't think of anything better. And that's how she got her name. Unintentional character named after character in a video game. For those who aren't aware, my family's had a running joke of calling our cats, like, various titles of, like, nobility and royalty. So we previously had Annabelle, who was Queen Annabelle, and then Mia is Princess Mia. And then we had two other cats. Two other cats. We had Benjamin, who was Sir Benjamin, and Sir... what was his name? Sir Nemo! His name was Nemo! He came from the same breed her as Marjorie did, actually. And then when I got Marjorie, I was like, okay, we obviously have to continue the theme. We have all of these other cats with silly titles, and so she is Duchess Marjorie. I need to figure out exactly how much of this I need to color, because I know a lot of this one is going to be covered up. So... She's such, like, a little trash cat, though, is the thing. Like, normally Maine Coons have this, like, regality about them. They are very regal cats. Like, you hear that described of them a lot, and it's very accurate. And she is just, like, a little menace who tries to steal shit out of the trash can all of the time. Alrighty, that's about right. The thing about these pencil strokes is they're going in darker areas, so the marker's going to cover them up quite a bit more, so I don't have to worry about them as much. It's the ones on the edge that I really have to worry about with the markers I'm using here. The nice thing, though, is once I've got everything colored with Copics, I do plan on going back over it with my acrylic markers, which are a lot more opaque on top, so it won't be a problem if there is a pencil stroke or two that's still there. Oh! Hello! Welcome in! Thank you for the raid! How was your stream? If you got a raid and run, please, by all means, do so. Take care of yourself. I'll take care of your viewers. Don't worry about it. But yeah, how's it going? My name's Ambrosia. I'm doing some art stuff. Let's see. Put all this crap back here so you guys can see what I'm working on. Oh! Welcome in! I might have caught you around in voice chat a time or two, or I might have forgotten. I'm really bad with names, so I apologize if I have met you before. And I am working on a project for my dad. My dad's birthday was recently, has recently passed, and this is a gift for him, because I haven't given him something that I've made myself for him specifically before, and so this is like a big surprise for him. Everyone in the Arise group is such a sweetheart. Also very loud, I've learned. Owie, my poor ears. I need to play Repo with them again, though. It was so fun. But yeah, I have a lot of fiddly bits here, because it's a bunch of layered paper. I think I saw it earlier. Hold on, let me go look again to refresh my memory. You put it in creatures, right? Yeah, they're so cute. The tiny little frog. Snooki's plush is really cute, but I especially love the tiny little frog. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I do think I'm going to have to get these in a different color. I think the black is going to end up being too dark, but I might test if painting over them with the acrylic markers will put them at the kind of ratio of colors I'm looking for. Who dares message me at this hour? Oh, fuck all of y'all. Hang on a second. I'm excited. That's an important message. Never mind. They can message me whatever I want. I'll explain in a moment. I swear. Oh! Oh. Okay, sorry about that. I was very excited. Context. So I am in the middle of a very large animatic project. Where if you guys are familiar with my opening for stream, which is also a video on my channel, I am telling the story of Ambrosia through animatics. I plan in the future to hopefully hire some other voice actors, as well as a bunch of other things, and actually do like a full thing for it that is still very much in my animatic style, because I am not an animator and I do not have the money to hire an animator, unfortunately. But it's a very big project I'm working on. The person who I just got a DM from is the person I've hired to help me get the logo for it set up. And we are like in the final stages of that. And oh, it looks so good! I'm so excited! Oh, it looks so good! Oh my goodness! I've been very, very patient. This person is going to get a very big tip. They are doing incredible. If somebody's looking for a logo, I've got a guy I can recommend. Oh my god. We are not FNAFing this thing. I do not associate with the Five Nights at Freddy's guy. I appreciate the thought, Yang. I am specifically hiring people. I'm not letting anyone do voices for free, not because I don't appreciate the thought of it, but if this does end up being a larger project than just the one episode that I'm definitely going to do, I want to make sure people are compensated appropriately for their time, as well as the fact that I've done kind of a bit of research with this kind of project, and I've done like a lot of introspection on how I want to have this project happen, and it's very important to me that like I pay people appropriately. I'm not like mad at people who are like into specific shows where I've heard bad shit about the people behind them, like underpaying people and stuff. Hi Jared, how's it going? Like for example, I'm very uncomfortable with Visi-pop shows. The most notable ones people would have heard about are Hell of a Boss and what the fuck's the other one called? Has Been Hotel. There's been a lot of people talking about how she has not paid people appropriately, or other shit behind the scenes has been really bad for those shows. Even beyond the fact that they just don't really appeal to me specifically. And like I hear about that all the time in this industry of like people fucking over the people they have hired. And like to me, I'm just like, I don't want to be that person. Like if I have the ability to pay people appropriately for these things, and I do, I'm very fortunate in that I'm in a industry and a job where I'm paid very well enough that I could pay people to do things. Maybe not at industry levels, but definitely at indie levels, I can pay people appropriate amounts for that. And so I want to do that. Like that's something really important to me. I'm less stressed about having something hit a particular deadline or get something done in time than I am just getting it done right, and that's something important to me. Hey, how's it going? Times New Roman on a lime green square. Die, if you did that, I would block you. How dare you? Yes, Kyra, you have recommended someone to me already, which I think you are aware of who, since it was your most recent recommendation. Literally one of the voices, like, types of voices I have been specifically on the hunt for. I cannot stress enough how on the ball you nailed that recommendation. But the other nice thing is, like, I know I poked fun at that show earlier where it was just like, oh god, 15 main characters? There are so many people that I need to have voices for that are characters, and with the way that the story of Ambrosia pans out, I'm probably going to be able to hire a lot of people, hopefully. So it's not that there's not going to be room for people, but just that I want to make sure everyone's paid appropriately. And if I do get to the point of, like, being able to monetize things and actually earning money from it, I won't lie, it's probably just all going to go back into the project and be like, oh, hell yeah, now I can hire more artists, now I can hire more music people, now I can do this. Because it's not that I don't have interest in earning money, but, like, how do I put it? Like, it's a passion project in that, and, like, a life's work sort of thing. I've always wanted to tell a story. I've always wanted to do something like this, whether it was like this, or a video game, or a comic, and I was just trying to find the right medium for it, and trying to actually do the project planning for it. Oh! Yes, Furrow is also somebody on my short list where I'm like, I'm literally just gonna DM and be like, hey, auditions are open. Go ham, my boy. If I'm so sorry, I keep reading their name wrong. If Politichu is interested in voice acting, she also does have a voice that is kind of fitting for the kinds of characters that I'm going to have. But I do have, like, a very large range of characters, which is the nice thing, so it's going to have, like, a large range of voices, and I don't have to be like, oh, I need you to be such and such anime stereotype. Just more of just, like, show me what you can do. There's probably a character I can put you with. I'm just also very excited because the other thing that I'm currently commissioning for this project at the moment is a, like, main song for it, a main theme song, and we've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, now we gotta just nail down, like, the lyrics and then do, like, the rest of the cleanup and stuff on it, which is also very exciting, which means I get to hire Twig soon and she gets to actually sing the goddamn thing. Really excited about that. Has Politichu specifically mentioned an interest in voice acting? That's my main thing. Because as much as I do want to hire friends, I do want to specifically hire people who are, like, interested in voice acting as a thing and have the proper equipment to do it, so, like, they can add this to, like, their resume and stuff too. I am unfortunately a chronic overthinker, but I feel like in the particular case of also doing this very large project planning thing, it has been serving me very well in planning ahead for this sort of thing. Oh, that's exciting! Oh my gosh, I'll have to go watch that. I don't watch too many abridged shows. I'm mainly just always waiting for the next Sword Art Online abridged. Because fuck Sword Art Online, but the Sword Art Online abridged is very good. I pulled a Chi-Chi. Oh man, I'm probably not gonna play Genshin again until they finally come out with the like next full zone for the ice zone. The scary Ice Queen zone. Because I'm just waiting for that story beat. Also because Infinity Nikki has my soul, and I've finally gotten the hot lady that I've been waiting for. What's her name? I haven't been playing lately. Child's teacher. That girl. Skirk! I finally got Skirk, so I have nothing else to get in that game. They cannot tempt me further. I am free. Oh, is your dad not a shark? Sorry. No, wait, that's the opposite. Fuck. I was trying to make a sharks are smooth joke. I beamed it. What? You can't hear my voice? Hello? Hello? Is there any noodles out there? Is it like putting one in each of your eardrums or something? Like a weird headphone thing? And one of them broke? That's weird. Because people have been responding to me. Die now! It could be, oh, I don't know how to explain it. The way that audio works is like there's different like waveforms for different places, and like I think my music and my voice are in two different spots for the most part, so it could just be that you're hearing only part of it. Yes, you should be shouting out Noodle. Go check out my friend Noodly Doodle. She does the cool art thing too. You're free! You're free from prison! What was happening, Noodle? Oh god. I don't understand why it keeps breaking. Like, I know that YouTube's whole, like, thing with, like, pinging people is really stupid, but, like, it shouldn't be breaking this badly. Is it because Noodle has a space in her name on YouTube? Oh my god, that's really funny. You were only getting part of the audio. That's really funny. Oh, I haven't been updating my streamer bot. That's probably why I might not be running into as many issues. They probably updated some backend API thing for the YouTube API, and that's just mucking with a bunch of stuff. That happens. I think I've experienced it exactly once, Noodle, and I can imagine your confusion. It is very, very confusing. I don't think it was somebody's stream, though. It was something else where it was like, I could only hear part of the audio, but I had listened to whatever it was before, and I was like, this does not sound correct. Did you get Noodle? Or was Noodle your imposter buddy? That's really interesting. Why is it so buggy? Betrayal always comes to the person that's closest to your heart. You are never safe. Trust no one. I have unfortunately felt a similar amount of betrayal before, Noodle. My first boyfriend was a try-hard gamer, and we were playing Town of Salem together after school one day, and I was so excited. I was like, oh yeah, I finally get to like play video games with people I know in real life. Like, this is so exciting. I've never had friends interested in video games before. And the first thing he did was like listen to me attempting to like, you know, basically cheat and work with him. Because I was like, oh, we're playing together. Like, obviously, we're working together. And immediately use that to his advantage to destroy me utterly. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought we had something. And hi, Furnace, I unfortunately do not, because my wisdom teeth are really fucked up. And oh, actually, did I tell you guys that I have a wisdom teeth update? So I was told when I was younger that my wisdom teeth, because I was so malnourished when I was younger, I was not going to have wisdom teeth. The only two that started forming were going to dissolve in my gums. Turns out that I will in fact still have those two wisdom teeth. They're just gonna be really funky. Or they're just kind of like sitting there now. They're not doing anything. Very strange. But unfortunately, no, I do not have any advice for wisdom teeth and removal. I have had teeth pulled before. The best thing I can recommend to you is, if not ice cream, like if you have a cold sensitivity, I would avoid ice cream, but having something just soft to eat, like ice cream on hand, and just like coming to terms with yourself that life is just gonna fucking suck for the next week or so. I'm always in a position where it's just like, if I'm forced to eat only like a certain subset of food, of the subset of food that I will eat already, it's just gonna be a bad week of me only eating exactly one food. Oh no! I'm so sorry, Furnace, that sucks. Yeah, if I had to get my wisdom teeth removed, like, I'm getting fucking knocked out for that. So one of my more recent things that I had to have done to my teeth was they had to crown like 4 of my teeth that were all next to each other. Thank fucking God these teeth were in the front, but that was like a 3 to 4 hour long procedure where I'm just sitting there like slowly melting out of my brain because I do not want to be present. And like I wanted to be knocked out for it, but they were like, yeah, that's gonna be like another like $3,000 or something. And I'm just like, I'm not made of that kind of money. Okay, I guess I'm suffering. Oh God, what is with wisdom teeth and being really stupid? Mine at least have an excuse. But yeah, that's a good combination of foods to have on hand, because you're not gonna want to chew. I can tell you that. With my experience with my front teeth being all crowned together, you're not gonna want to chew. I'd also recommend eating very slowly. You're probably going to want to eat smaller meals throughout the day, because it'll be a little bit easier than having to like chug down a bunch of food all at once. And you're probably gonna eat a lot slower anyways, so you might as well just spread it out a little bit. Also, if you don't have pain meds on hand, please get your pain meds. Have them on hand. It will help a lot. Just something simple like Tylenol. I promise you're not gonna get autism from it. Yes, I did not have to experience dry socket for any of the procedures I've had to go through, but you do not want to. You really, really do not want it. Just, above all else, take things slow. As Noodle's saying, don't suck on anything. Just take it very slow. Oh no! I really can't say much on that subject. I think I've mentioned this before, that I am very sensitive to taking medication, so like, I don't need much to feel okay. But I can imagine that the pain is pretty bad. God, I wish you could pick your flavors of autism. I got math autistic, science autistic, art autistic, and cannot say words autistic. Yang Yori and the crew from Guild Wars can confirm that I just straight up started forgetting how to say words yesterday. It was great. Listen, I didn't say me making a con language was a good idea. Okay, but for real, actually, on the subject of that, like, I've always had a lot of struggle, like, hearing, song lyrics correctly. Like, I have auditory processing issues, obviously related to autism or some other shit or sensory things. And so, all of the syllables in my conlang are actually syllables that I've like pulled from me having like made up words in my brain whenever I'm trying to remember song lyrics or anything like that, where it's just like I can't quite remember what was said, but I'm like trying to hear the beat of it again type of thing. So it all pulls back from that. It's such an autistic language in the best of ways. Although I did realize recently, so I think I've mentioned this as well. One of the things I'm doing for the voice acting for Ambrosia specifically as a character is they're not going to pronounce people's names wrong, but they are going to have like an accent, since technically Abyssian is their first language. And so I was like trying to figure out which syllables would be close to other syllables in like English and other languages that are used commonly for the names that I'm using for characters. And then I realized I didn't have any sounds that go with G or J, and I'm kind of fucked in that regards. Like, how am I supposed to pronounce John in Abyssian? There's no equivalent to John in Abyssian. I need to do more language research and see how that kind of thing is done when there's no equivalent syllable. Kyra, you're cursing me. Kyra, you're cursing me. No, this is gonna be bad. Because I feel like some of them I could get away with using D for, because that's close enough. Like, just straight. Like, you can still hear the correct word there, but there's definitely other cases where it's just like, oh, I'm really screwed in that particular case. Hence why it's probably gonna sound a little funky while I figure it out, but why not every word they're going to say is going to have their accent so heavily onto it. It's mainly going to be the names. Good journey, God. Oh, I don't have a Y sound either, do I? That's really funny. But yeah, after this art thingy for my dad, I've got Noodle's thing. I've got Diascom, but I can do that probably in like a stream or two, so I'm just gonna do that one on stream. And then I've got another commission coming up, and then I'm just gonna go ham on animatics stuff again, as I do. Other than probably on stream, I'll be doing more of the gift art that I had been working on. Because I do want to finish all of that off. I still have my list of people that I need to do that for. Because I don't, no spoilers for you guys. Some people get some spoilers, but none of you are getting like actual like full spoilers. Yeah, I still have a bunch of gifts from my debut stuff. I just got sidetracked. It's still happening. I got some of them done. Kyra, please have mercy. If you have mercy on me, Kyra, I'll send you the logo I just got back, the final draft. Because I know you saw the previous one, but you have to understand, the new one is so fucking good. It's so cool looking. I'm so excited. Not too much eating. Just talking about project stuff. Would you make a deal with the dangerous crow boy who has to destroy all plastic? No questions asked. Oh my god. Alright, let me take a look at this so far. That looks about right. Oh yeah, that looks tasty. There's some cleanup I need to do with the highlights, but I'm not going to worry about that till I get to the acrylic markers. Where's Kyra in my DMs? I'll just put it in admin chat so Noodle can look too. It looks so cool. There's like one edit they have to do, but other than that, I think they can just like straight up give me the vector now because it looks so good. It's gonna be really funny. I've already told them that I'm going to hire them for my main logo as well. And I was just like, rest assured, you will not get any other project from me that is as complicated and convoluted as this one. I swear it'll be so much simpler. But literally all I'm going to do is the very first logo that they came up with, I'm just gonna send them that and the little signature I use and just be like, do that on this and we're good. You don't even have to send me a draft or anything, we're good. I think my priorities for when I'm picky about things are very funny like that. I was not going to put Times New Roman on my childhood dream anime project. How dare you insinuate that I would do that? I was actually trying to not be like a big weeaboo about making this animatic project, and then I had the horrifying realization that I'm literally just like doing like a childhood bucket list dream of making my own anime opening. I'm like, ah, god damn it. my previous manager looking at my art and immediately clocking me as somebody who watches anime is going to haunt me for the rest of my fucking life. Oh, that's worse. That's actually worse. Like, at least Times New Roman has a little bit of flair to it, as basic bitch of a font as it is. At least it has something. But Arial? Yeah, it looks so good, doesn't it? You see my excitement now. It is really funny that it is completely opposite of the first drafts that we had for this logo, but god damn, it looks so good. It's so perfect. It's perfect. I have made a mistake with the way that I have laid out the sketched leaves I've did here. This is fine. I can fix it. Everything will be fine eventually. Yeah, it's an admin. Noodle should be able to look at it too. Everyone else has to wait until I make the official announcement, though. Maybe I'll put a teaser in the, in the sub-only chat, but probably not. I want to get to a point where, like, I have a trailer ready, and then I will do, like, the like, hey, I'm looking for voice actors announcement, and then, and only then will I start posting teasers. I have a plan. I just have to, like, actually finish all the shit I need to do, and I've been very busy with art projects. I'm honestly probably, after I clear out my current backlog, I'm probably gonna not take any commissions until all of the gift art is done, bare minimum. And then I'm only going to be working on commissions live, and I'm gonna have to, like, disclose that and stuff. Oh, share with the class. Yeah, what the fuck, FBI agent? You're not gonna even tell me if it looks cool or not? Like, doesn't it look sick? Oh my god, Is this a second original song, or is this the first one? Oh, that's loud. That's loud. That's very loud. Because I swear I saw the other one from Ruru already. This is a second. She came out with a second one. Ruru, what the hell, girl? I'll watch that in a minute. I'll leave that up for me to watch after stream. Oh my god, she's so powerful. Hey, I mean, I still need like probably more music, you know? Depending on how the rest of this commission goes for the current one I'm commissioning, I'm probably gonna work with this person again because they're very cool. For me, like, the most important thing with a commission like this is, like, you have to be able to communicate and, like, take feedback and criticism, like, constructively. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, I think the way that you said this is a little bit rude, but, like, still taking the feedback, you know? Because I'm going to be so very picky with everything I do for this project, and I feel really bad about it, but also at the same time, like, this is my big thing. I want everything to be as perfect as I can get. God, I feel that, Kyra. Oh my god. I feel that so much. I nearly forgot I did this, but a very major artist, like, I don't think I've ever seen this person ever open commissions before, said that they were going to have a waitlist commissions, like, 8 months ago, and I was just like, ah, fuck it. If this is the one chance I ever get to commission this person, like, I gotta take it, you know? And I'm on their waitlist. I'm apparently the next person in line, like, to get my commission worked on. It's very cool. But it legitimately is, like, one of those things where it's just, like, I don't think they could do anything wrong with this to make me not enjoy this commission, but it's also just, like, the specific artist that it is, it's just, like, being able to get a commission from this person is so fucking cool. There's another person like that is on my list, but I also think that that person is probably not going to open commissions anytime soon because they're focused on their comic, which is completely understandable. But if I ever get the opportunity, goddamn, I'm going to leap on that so fast. Oh, that's so sweet! Oh my god! That's so cool! That's amazing! I need to check where I am on all my other commission waitlists too, honestly. I know there's a couple that are in progress, and I think the rest, I'm, like, on their backlog still. Yeah, die. Yeah, truly. Look, I think we've said this before. If I ever won the lottery, I would never say a word, but there would be signs. And the signs would be, like, a 6-foot-tall painting of my OCs. Commissioned, hand commissioned. I would just, like, show up to y'all's houses and, like, I would have, like, this beautiful portrait of Kyra the dinosaur, like, full Renaissance portrait style with, like, the full, like, lace collar thing too. And a little itty bitty Daishiba in the corner. I'm at the point of the night where having my glasses on makes it harder to see. Fun. I don't know why it is. When I start like going a little bit cross-eyed, if I have my glasses on, my vision goes super blurry, but if I have my glasses off, my vision's fine. So I just have to take off my glasses. Miss Marjorie. Hi. Are you a cutie? You are? No, that's not an invitation, baby. I just wanted to check on you. Mia was such a cutie earlier, too. Like I said, I was really tired earlier, so I took a nap most of the day after the collab, and Mia just came over and started praying, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am." There is not enough room on my desk for you right now, baby. I'm trying to— No! I'm trying to finish this project so I can let you back on my desk, little girl. Oh my gosh. Patience. The cats have been so frustrated because my desk has been covered with all the supplies for this project lately. So they have not been allowed on my desk as much. Although they keep trying to sneak around it still to sit in my lap, which is so cute. I didn't even use that many Scooby snacks. I was like weirdly tired though. Like I tried my hardest to go to bed on time because I was really excited about the collab. And then like I woke up like 5 times this morning at random times and I just kept looking at the clock and be like, are you fucking kidding me? It was like, what? 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 9:30, and my alarm was at 10. I just wanted to play the Scooby-Doo game. Oh my god. Dai, whatever you do not put Maid Daishima as a donation goal. I think your TikTok chat would explode. Your other chats would be normal enough about it where it's just like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But your TikTok chat is unhinged on another level. You gotta save that for, like, a really important donathon. Either. Either or. I am distinctly terrified of the possibilities if you announce that as a don. There's fan cams of you! Oh no. Save us all from that insanity. You're gonna have to give us like a 6-month warning. I think it was just because I kept waking up, because, like, if I get a little bit of sleep, but, like, I sleep, like, a straight 4 hours, I'm super energized. But if I keep waking up like I did this morning, then I'm exhausted. Because I can function on not a whole lot of sleep, but I can't function if my brain won't let me stay asleep. And it's not that I wasn't tired or anything. Like, I was ready to go to bed when I went to bed. My brain just hates me. Maybe I'm in Central. Oh my god, Kyra, how? I could not. I simply could not. Like, I can go with less sleep for a few days and be okay, but I have to get that sleep back later. Yeah, that really is kind of absurd. Like, I understand that they need to make money somehow, but I don't feel like they're going the right way about it. And I think they're just gonna end up killing Fugitech. Which is really sad. Fugitech was so good for the longest time. I would get like one of those watches that tracks your sleep. Oh my god, Kyra, how? But I don't trust any application to not be directly sending my data to like some weird database where they're like collecting data on everyone. It's also why I refuse to use a period tracker. It really is. At this point, I just hope somebody makes something like self-hosted where it's like, you throw it up on GitHub and everyone downloads an app and then you don't have to think about it. Or maybe, no, Discord won't integrate anything like that at this point, probably. They don't have the most intelligent CEO anymore. They got an idiot. That's understandable, Kyra. I am too paranoid to even trust options like that. Not because I think that they're lying and they're just syncing my data anyways. I mean, I am paranoid enough that that's always like an anxiety I have. But also because, especially in this day and age, privacy is so eroded on a corporate level that they will start out saying, oh, we're not going to sync your data. And then later on, that'll be changed to, oh, we need to sync some of your data. To, oh, we're going to sync most of your data. But don't worry, it's anonymized data. And it just keeps getting worse like that. Like, I just don't trust anything at this point. I am very much the stereotype of programmer where I don't trust any smart electronics. I don't even trust my phone. I don't trust my computer. I also don't have a watch because I have my phone, but at the same time, I'm so bewildered that there's people these days that do not know how to read a watch properly, or like any kind of like analog clock. Like, I know I personally struggled with it when I was growing up, but I also like understood enough about how to read an analog clock even when I was struggling with it that I would get like an approximation of the time. But there's people who like can't do it at all, and I'm just like, how? That's like the first thing you learn when you realize that they keep changing the clocks in like exam rooms to analog to make it harder to read them. What are you doing? What are you doing? Young lady, are you misbehaving? No, we don't scratch that. You don't scratch that. I'm glad I don't have to buy a new phone anytime soon now that I've replaced mine, but I am really annoyed that every now and then they're like, oh my god, your phone's not been updated for 7 days. And I'm like, yeah, because Microsoft and every other company that keeps pushing updates regularly keeps bricking things. I ain't updating shit immediately. I was also talking about that with my dad recently, and he's like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, there are some very specific circumstances that was causing people's things to brick. And I'm like, Father, do you realize how much data I have on my drives? I could have been one of those people. Very silly. I had to explain to him. Do you remember that conversation we were having, Dai, where I was trying to figure out how to use like VT3 files or whatever? I need to make backups, but no, it was more of just like I don't want to risk bricking something in the first place if I don't have to. That's why I always wait, because there was also the not the brick update, but there was another update with Microsoft that like was destroying people's computers several years ago, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to be careful and wait from now on to make sure my computer does not get bricked by Microsoft for this reason, because that's really stupid. But also just like most of the updates Microsoft has been pushing out anyways are things that I don't need or want. And hopefully I will soon be free of these updates because they're going to be not updating Windows 10 anymore. Thank goodness. And once that happens, I'm gonna see about getting like some kind of perpetual edition for Windows 10, or maybe I'll be fine even without it or something. I don't know. I just want to, you know, not deal with AI bullshit still. Self-care check? Okay. Let me do a stretch. Do I have a bottle of water on my desk? I do! I need to put in a grocery order, actually, to get another case of water, because, So Silk Song. Very difficult game. I am one item away from having the in-game percentage be at 100%. I have like a few other bosses and stuff that I need to fight still. And like I'm almost done with the game. I got so tilted at the game because I kept dying. I'm really bad at video games. So I've been doing a thing where like every time I die in Silksong, I have to take a sip of water. I have now gone through the rest of the case I had gotten when I caught COVID the second time, because I died that much in Silksong. So that's my thing now with video games. If I die in the video game, I have to take a sip of water. I'm going to be so hydrated. Yeah. Well, I can't do it with Steel Soul, because if I die in Steel Soul, I die completely, and it just resets the game. So I'm not gonna have as many deaths in Steel Soul. I also don't think I am going to do Steel Soul anytime soon because I'm really bad at the game. But I am waiting for the Silksong randomizer, and I will be playing the shit out of that on stream. I'm so excited for the randomizer. It's going to be really good. I mean, Silksong overall is still already a very, very good game. I don't want to get into too spoilery territory for it. I think the only thing that is like going poorly for Silksong is that I don't think, somebody else said this too, but I don't think they had enough people testing the difficulty of the game. Because it's not that anything in the game is impossible to do, but there's a certain point in the difficulty curve where things get so astronomically difficult that you have to be pinpoint accurate every single time. And that's just not feasible for the entire player base of Silksong. And like, to a degree, it's just like, yeah, this is supposed to be a very difficult game. It's a Dark Souls-like. It's very understandable that there is going to be a high tier of difficulty. But also, when you have the people who have been, like, obsessively playing your precursor game up until the point that you released this game, also struggling heavily at these parts, I think you do have a difficulty curve problem. No, Hades 2 is also really good. I was trying to finish Silksong before Hades 2 released, so that I could go full ham on Hades 2 as well. Hades 2 is so good too. I'm so happy that it's finally released and I get to see the full story. I've done a few runs already, to start getting story segments, and oh my god, it's so good, I do not want to spoil anything for that, because there is actually some pretty substantial spoilers that I've gotten to in Hades 2 already. For context, when I opened up the game on 1.0 release, I immediately got half the achievements because I had already spent enough time in that game to where I'm already kind of like at the end game and just trying to get all the story bits. Holy shit, it's so good. Oh my god, yeah. They just need to suck it up and tie, because both of them are so good. I think what's going to end up happening is that it's going to depend on how much they consider Silksong's difficulty. Because the thing is, Hades 2, because it's been in early access, has had that time to really, like, sink in and get those hours it needed to fully test everything and feel like a good game to play, compared to the sheer amount of fucking content in Silksong. Like, in comparison, Hollow Knight, which was already a decently long game to play, you could put like 3 or 4 Hollow Knight playthroughs in one playthrough of Silksong. It is that ginormous of a game. It's incredibly detailed. It's really good. I'm not worried about that. I don't even consider that. AAA games can go fuck themselves, because none of them, genuinely, like any like AAA game that I've seen anything about recently, like Are there good ones? Sure, I guess. But none of, like, the quality difference is so astounding to games like these two where, like, not only are all the creators, of course, still putting their heart and soul into the game, but they're actually, like, caring about making something substantial and fun and interesting to play and not just worrying about the bottom line. Like, I could care fucking less about the newest Mario game or whatever it is that's come out, because it's just another Mario game with the same kind of storyline. The Oblivion remaster is not going to compare in comparison to Silksong and Hades 2. If they're taking into account indie titles, it does not compare. Because all it is just a remaster. It's just new graphics. Who gives a shit? But, like, because that's the thing with these awards, is they don't consider just one aspect of the game. I fucking hope, at least. And the only thing that has been updated in Oblivion is the fact that they changed all the graphics and stuff. Is it already a pretty good game overall? Yeah, sure. But everyone's seen everything in it pretty much. So, like, in comparison, like, also just the fact of, like, just the sheer excitement of Silksong and the sheer excitement of Hades 2, like, no comparison to me, at least. But yeah, you're right that it does compare, it does matter whether or not they're going to actually consider that sort of thing too. Oh, that's because I've been doing the thing where, like, if you have the collab role, you should be able to hop into voice chat if you want to. If it's in somebody's list, they're fucking insane, or they're too young to have played the original Oblivion. Because, literally, the game has already existed for so long. And it's not that I think remakes can't chart like that as Game of the Year, but I don't think they're more deserving unless they have done something so substantially interesting with the game that it does deserve that. Like, you gotta be more than just a good game to get Game of the Year, in my opinion. Now, do I think the judges of Game of the Year are also going to agree with that? No, probably not. They've got some other bullshit going on, I'm sure. But if it's not Silksong or Hades 2, I would be flabbergasted. Genuinely. It's gotta be one of the two. Because I know a lot of people were waiting for the full release for Hades 2. To actually, like, experience the full game. So, like, they're going to have that first experience for the first time with the game's release. But just, like, just the comparison, man, like, there's no contest between them. And I know both Silksong and Hades 2 aren't your kind of game, Daishima. But I think, like, even just looking at it objectively, like, there's genuinely no contest between the three games. Like, it's going to be Silksong or Hades 2. It's not going to be anything like Oblivion. I don't think there's been any other AAA title that I've heard recently that has had not just the sheer amount of hype and interest as Hades 2 and Silksong, but also just, like, the aftermath of it being so invested. Like, I think the last one I heard like that was maybe Baldur's Gate 3, and that's it. And it definitely does not compare to Silksong, because the Silksong community is just, they're like that. I think people would legitimately, like, riot if they picked something other than Silksong or Hades 2. I would be okay with Hades 2, but I feel like it's probably going to be more likely Silksong. Just because the Hades 2 has had time in people's brains to marinate. So it's like, it's been around longer. It's still very exciting that it's released, but it's not as exciting, if you catch my drift. And the sheer amount of just hype around Silksong has really elevated it. It's gonna very much depend on what they think about the difficulty curve. I think is what it's going to really come down to. because the difficulty curve is insane. Like, there are definitely points in the game where it does feel like the devs are just fucking with you. And that's definitely on purpose. It's very purposefully, yeah, we are fucking with you kind of content. So it's also going to depend on things like that. And like I said, Hades 2 has had time not only just to marinate in people's brains, so that might be a detriment for them, but it has had time to be play tested so heavily, and that the game itself like feels good to play even when it's your first time playing either of the Hades games. It's very, very balanced is the thing. And I think that's really important for a game, especially a roguelike. I do not know anything about the Digimon game. If it's a good game, good for them. I probably won't complain about Game of the Year if that gets it, but I'd be very surprised still. To be fair though, I'm not especially interested in stuff like Game of the Year. I think it's like a nice marketing stunt or something. But like most of the games I've always especially enjoyed have always been like indie darlings or cult classics. I am not somebody who really goes for especially mainstream things. So, Game of the Year just does not do anything for me. But I still understand that like it's an important award and it's an important thing for games that are trying to like get their marketing out there and stuff. Yeah, I hope it's a good game. I want all games to be good. Like, my thing with AAA studios at this point is not that they can't make good games. I think they can. They clearly have the budget for it. It's just the budget gets spent on things that are superfluous. That's not the word. Superficious. Like, it's not the things that make the game truly an incredible experience to play. It gets spent on things that top shareholders are like, oh yes, this is something that like only AAA games can do. And it's just like, well, no, that's not necessarily the case. And also that doesn't make it a good game. Oh, no, Nintendo, no, Pokemon's fucked. I'm sorry. If you're a Pokemon fan, they're not good games anymore. They really aren't. They are all just carbon copies of the exact same game that came out ages ago with like maybe some balance changes. There's nothing I don't think a single Pokemon game after the first one I tried to play has done anything to make me think, oh yeah, I want to play this one instead. Hey, please don't spam in my chat. I don't know why you're making a face at me, my guy. You're the one that said something weird. I am just here to vibe and work on this birthday gift. Ooh. I'll have to ask my friend Akami her thoughts on it, because I tried to play the last Digimon game, but I kept forgetting about it. And she said that one was really... not the last one, just another Digimon game that she really enjoyed. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll try to play this too. And then I forgot about it. But she'll let me know if it's like good for the Digimon series type of thing, because she's into it. Oh no, Kyra! I feel that though. I understand. Oh god, that's gonna happen to me soon too. Not next year, but soon. Cyber Sleuth. Is that the one I have? Let me check. Digimon, where you go? Is it in story time? Where the fuck did I put it? I hid it in a corner, apparently. Oh, I still need to play the Cosmic Wheel on stream. I've been saving that in Stars in Time for stream. Where the hell did it go? I know I have it on here. Oh, that's where I put it. Yeah, Cyber Sleuth is the one I have. That's the one that Kami told me was really good. I just keep forgetting about it. Okay, I think that should be enough. I may need to do like a wash over all of these. Yeah. We're getting somewhere with it. But like some of these colors aren't blending the way I want them to, which is really frustrating. What color is this? Let's help it blend any bit more. A little bit. I think I'm mainly just gonna have to worry about it with the cleanup with the acrylics. Not acrylics, yeah, acrylic markers. Oh. Hello? Hello? Oh, I forgot. I forgot your Fergie took his bathtub. One second, let me turn on desktop audio so everyone else can hear you. There you go.
Okay, so this, I know you're the type of person who would find this as interesting as I do. So the grocery store I went to, the reason I was doing a survey because they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought a few apples, and they, of course, you know, they weighed it out like, oh hey, here's your total amount of apples, but they also included all these separate weights for each apple. And each apple was like 0.01 pounds away from each other.
How is there an echo?
Uh-oh.
Wait. Can you say something again?
Something? Again?
Why are you coming through my microphone?
What? Is your webcam producing audio?
No, it shouldn't be. Can you speak again 1 second?
Speaking again for 1 second.
Oh my god. It's because
Is it?
my headphones are so loud.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to boost yourself on your end to die, I think.
Poor Daishima.
I don't think there's much I could do about that. I need to get replacement ear pads for my headphones. I tried to get some, but then they didn't noise cancel properly. And I think that's what's happening here. I'm also gonna check Wavelink real quick. If you could speak again.
Hi. I'm counting money. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50. There you go.
How can I also do this without... Let me move my headphones far away. And see if that does anything.
Testing.
Okay,
Testing
speak
now
again.
with Ambrosia headphones are far away. We're testing.
It looks like it's still like the same amount of audio, which is really weird.
That is extremely weird.
What is happening?
You broke something.
It is going through the Elgato software, but Discord should not be sending everyone else's input through the Elgato software. Test.
Is
Try saying something now.
are we joining?
Oh no, I just can't hear Kyra.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Why can I... Why is
I can hear
that doing that?
Why is that?
So I was looking at the monitor mix in this, and for some reason... I don't understand. I don't understand audio things. I don't know why it's doing this. Dai, I need your magical powers to explain audio things to me again. Also, apologies if you can hear the people outside.
Oh, T-boy.
T-boy?
Die.
Oh. Oh, T-boy.
Okay, so...
I thought you were saying it like the letter T.
Do you want silly face, hose, or sock?
Hose? What?
Hose. For my Fugi.
Oh! Wait. Can I see the preview of these? Also, hello,
Sure,
welcome in.
You have the face. So this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this other one, Noodle Made.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. And then we have this lovely one that Noodle commissioned, which is everything.
You're beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I am okay with all three of them. I think the second one was very fitting for the way that my stream is set up, but you do you.
That's no problem. It's your stream, Ambrosia.
I don't give a shit. I save all my professionalism for the rare times I make an animatic.
That's pretty valid.
I think that's all the leaves, except for anything I do in the background. Now I have to figure out the background.
How many leaves did you make?
I'm not counting those. I ain't counting that shit.
You pride yourself on doing individual leaves. You should need to count them.
I ain't counting that shit. Somebody else could do that.
Somebody with counting autism, let's go. They bought a 500 pack of Tylenol. That's why they got counting autism.
I probably have the counting autism because I do enjoy like sorting and counting things, but I'm usually just too lazy to do it. Alrighty. Oh my god, this is looking so good! I know my father very well. He is the kind of person, like, no matter what I make for him, he will adore it, and, like, no matter what. But I know he's going to really love this. Yeah, I'm going to need to get lighter colors for these background bits. But that is that's such a perfect shape for putting right there.
Oh, if you would like to hear my complaints I have about the Amazon Fire Stick and how dumb they decided to do the reset feature,
sorry,
would you like to hear about that?
What's an Amazon Fire Stick?
It's like they're matching for like the Chromecast or the Roku.
Matching?
Like, you know the Chromecast and the Roku, you know what those are, right? For the smart TVs?
Yeah, but I don't know what matching would be in that context.
Like, they're like, oh, you guys made this, we'll also make this as competition. Like the PlayStation and the Xbox are competition.
I don't understand.
Like how companies will make similar products to other companies to try to get a share of the market.
I don't know what like Roku is probably part of my
Okay. Okay. Do you know what the Google Chromecast is?
No. I've heard of it, but I've never used it, so I don't know exactly what it does.
Okay, so all of these are like little devices that connect to the internet and let your TVs use Netflix or, you know, any streaming services.
Oh.
Yeah, all the streaming services.
Oh, I understand what Dai is saying now. It's a virtual HDMI stick.
Correct. So, I don't know how she did it, but my mom somehow managed to disconnect the remote from the actual device. Like, it would no longer pair. So it's like, oh, you know, most devices are like, hey, take out the batteries and you're good to go. We put them back in, you know, reset.
Yeah.
There was like 10 steps, and they all had to be done in like a weird ass order. You had to hold down 3 different buttons for 12 seconds, take out the batteries for 5 seconds, redo the buttons again, then dispower the stick, and then repower it in a certain order, and then repeat the button holding for 16 seconds, and then you had to wait 60. I'm like, what? This is the weirdest. I don't know. it was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, how complicated did you have to make it?
This
Like, make me
sounds
push a
like
reset button.
this sounds like some dumb bullshit they've put together to specifically incentivize people to just buy a new one instead of repairing it. Because none
That
of
makes
that
sense.
sounds like actually necessary steps.
Yeah, probably. Well, the whole reason I had bought her this device anyways, because we had a very old Roku, and like we're talking about like maybe 7, 8 years old, and so it was like finally time to replace it, and the prices for the new like 4K ones, because everyone somehow wants you to have a 4K. I'm like, this is a 1080p TV. I don't need a 4K
You don't need
HDMI.
4K. You don't need it.
But this option I got, and I've liked it so far. Other than this,
Yeah. Is this 64? Yeah. Need 63. Don't need that. What's 62? I don't need that. Sorry, I'm looking for my the right markers. I need another, like, shelf thingy that I have, like, for my markers now, for my acrylic markers, too. I have too many. I was pleasantly surprised that the Arctics markers are really nice, though. Do I want anything else? Let's see 64. Maybe. 95. 54A? Is that here? What's 52? No, I don't want that. 53? No.
oh, nice, it works. I changed the Fugi so that if I mute, it actually takes my hat off and my cape off.
Mine just flips between the two hat forms. Hi, what are you doing? Yeah, hey Chirpy. Too many things on my desk. Alrighty, let's see. Do I want these? Go ahead.
I was going through my old stuff and I found a crystal that I had when I was a kid. Do you require pictures of the rock?
I always want to see pictures of cool rocks. Oh my god.
So like I had like a treasure chest, like a kid's treasure chest, whatever, Legos. And I'm like, one day I'll do something with them. And I was like, oh look, this isn't a Lego. It's just like a little crystal.
Wait a second. That's too shiny.
Move, Sophie. I'm not taking a picture of you right now.
I'll take selfie pics too. I'm not picky. Miss Marjorie, are you a good girl? You are. You are. Good girl. Come here. You want to say hi? Want to say hi to Miss Kyra? No. You're going to be a rude baby.
Wow.
Are you a rude baby? You are.
There you go.
I'm on my way. Oh my goodness. Is it quartz?
You also like my... I don't know. You also like my cowboy frog?
It's very good. I was enthralled by the cowboy frog, and then I saw the crystal second.
I have no idea what it is, where I got it, but I know I've had it for a long time. But it's made for a necklace, so I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
and it came in like this little bag that looks like a mini backpack. And I'm like, what? I'll have to show you that too.
That's too blue. Are you too blue? You are also too blue. You're too brown. Can I go on top of you and make you less blue?
It's like a mini tiny canvas backpack, and it's so cute.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. I think whenever an object is just a tiny version of a larger object, it just automatically becomes cuter.
I wonder if I can put this on the Sanuki plush.
Oh my god. Yes.
It fits. It fits.
Yes. Hell yes. Oh, speaking of stuffed animals with accessories, so the baby shower I helped host at work recently, one of the things they wanted to do was a diaper, what's it called? Diaper relay race, where they had like 2 teams, and one person would put the diaper on and then hand it to the next person. That person would have to take the diaper off and put another diaper on, and then they just keep flipping back and forth like that. And one of my tasks was to bring in stuffed animals with, like, a decent enough size that diapers would fit on them. So I brought in a bunch of Build-A-Bears, and I forgot that my most recent one literally has a button-up shirt that is basically like just a miniature of stuff that I wear to work every day. And everyone got really excited. They were like, oh my god, it's literally just a mini you. That's incredible. I'll have to take a picture and send that later.
I put the tiny frog inside the backpack.
Oh, yes! The only unfortunate thing with these acrylic markers is they are a little bit streaky on dark backgrounds. But that's fine because I plan to do multiple layers. Oh my god, that's so good! It's a perfect fit! Oh, that's so cute!
They're going on a trip.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna go on a little adventure.
Okay. Oh, I should show you some of the pictures people have been making with the Cine plushes. Some of them.
Yes, yes, please do. Oh, I forgot to share. I also got a new plush lately. You know the I don't want to be a magical girl, or pretty please I don't want to be a magical girl.
Yeah.
I got the Hoshi plush. The little star guy. He's so cute.
This one you'll love because this person is absolutely insane and took the clothing off and put it there in a maid dress.
Very good. Oh my god. Wait, the one's right above it with the knife.
Wait. You think that's a knife? One second.
I love the little frog tea party too. That's really cute.
Look at the frog. He has power.
Oh my goodness. Hey Prith, how's it going?
This one you'll like too, because I know you like Ghibli.
Spirited Away is my favorite Ghibli film too.
Also, fun fact: the plushie is fluorescent under black light.
Oh, that's very good.
Also, do you want to see the tiny frog next to real frogs?
Of course I do. Yeah. Oh, the little. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're so cute. I love frogs so much.
I love how everyone's like instinct is to give the frog a knife.
Look at that face. Of course you'd give the frog a knife. Oh, understandable, Prith, but yay for break time! I hope you have a very nice, relaxing break. Very important.
Someone made the Sanuki plush touch grass.
I love the censoring of, instead of using like random ASCII characters, it just says French instead.
And the amount of people choking. Oh my god. I did not expect to see this.
Oh no! Yeah, get lots of sleep, Pris. That's very important. Oh man, I need to take like a week-long vacation at some point. Just tell work to fuck off. I took Halloween off at least. Very important. I want trick-or-treaters this year. I want people to come up to my door and I can do a silly little voice and be like, oh my god, look at all your little costumes.
Behold, dinosaur.
Oh my god. What? That's so cool! Oh! That's incredible! That's such a good Lego build. Oh my gosh. I should play with Legos on stream at some point. I need to get more plant parts so I can build the thing I want to build with Legos.
Speaking of Legos. Get out of there, frog.
Oh no! Oh, that's another really good Lego build. It's a little mimic.
Did you see Noodles? Opal is scared of the plushie.
No! Opal, no! It's your friend. The plushies are friends, not foes.
Look at Opal's side eye.
Honestly, Diet, depending on how things go, next year should be my 5 years at my job, and I'm supposed to get like a month-long vacation, once I get that. So I was thinking, because Akami's also in Japan. I know you're not there yet, but Akami's in Japan, and I want to visit her as well. So I was thinking of doing something like that for the 5-year thingy. I forget what it's called. They have some fancy name for it. But there's also like a 50-50 chance of me just like going full ham animatic mode for a month instead. Just taking it as soon as possible and disappearing into the madness.
Hi, Prit. I'm very late saying that. And I was not being rude to the frog. I put the frog in a backpack. The frog is very happy.
It's really cute.
Audio, please behave.
Honestly, some kind of training for like shot composition would be really helpful. But I don't know where to get that sort of thing. I know there's like all sorts of like training websites, but I'm always like really paranoid that it's just like some random bullshit. Cause like I've used like Pluralsight for work, and I swear, even with the top rated courses, it is all just a bunch of like really basic nonsense where it's just like, I did not need somebody to write a 2-hour long course to explain to me how to make a Word document. Like, not even like a niche, really useful feature of a Word document, just a normal basic Word document. I'm sure that's useful to somebody. It is not useful to me. The other problem is they would be in Japanese. That is something to consider here. Ooh, congrats, Prith. Oh, I need to see if anyone else has made a funny comment on Microplastics Crow, because I've gotten some really funny ones already. Plastic destroyed Crowboy. I've found the target audience for Microplastics Crow. I'll put it in a social media chat. Just to communicate through emotions. Yeah, there probably are. Unfortunately, like, I feel like the thing with art tutorials and classes is you either get things that are very, very specific and niche and hard to find, or you get people just giving you basic bitch information, which I do not need. Like, that's been my experience with any sort of art tutorial on the internet. I cannot find anyone that will do anything comprehensive with color theory. That's really, really frustrating. Yeah, Prith, I get that. I was going to learn more Chinese through Duolingo, and then they started their AI bullshit. And I won't lie, like, trying to learn Chinese through Duolingo is already, like, very difficult because it is not set up in a way that is easy to learn that sort of language. But, like, there's no really good resources that are very accessible for people trying to learn new languages, I feel. At least not ones that you hear about.
Someone did the Tumblr thing to the plushie.
Oh boy, what did they do?
They soaked it in milk and threw it against the wall.
No! That is not a Tumblr thing. That is specifically a Deltarune thing. Yeah, Prith, it is very much having the different character set that makes it so difficult in Duolingo. But I will also say, compared to my experience learning Chinese in a classroom setting, Duolingo also really fails to get you used to writing in the language. Typing is not the same as writing. Your brain processes those two things differently. And I think it is really important to take the time to sit down and write in the language that you're trying to learn. Because the repetition and concentration you have to have on writing the letters is really useful for getting your brain used to thinking about them. I think for spoken word, Duolingo is actually very good about that, but it needs some sort of supplemental for writing specifically. And the unfortunate thing is, I don't think Duolingo is in the kind of media space that makes that a very plausible thing, because it's an app that's gamifying learning, which is a really good way to get learning to like function for people. Gamifying things makes learning things a lot easier. It's been very much proven. But because of that, you're not going to get people who are going to do essentially homework assignments for it. It's never going to be as good as being in a classroom setting, is the unfortunate thing. Not to say that all classroom settings are good for learning, but you get what I mean. Yeah, Dad, get some good rest. I'm probably going to finish up with these vines and then think about, because I want to take a sleep before I do the final background pieces and start gluing things down, I think. But I am definitely in the home stretch of this, which is nice. I did want to finish this up this week.
Yeah, get out of here, Die, so I can take over #1 spot.
You're always #1 in my heart, Kyra.
Good. Now I have it officially on paper. Well, YouTube, but still.
YouTube using paper? In this day and age? Never. I don't think I've seen a single paper thing from YouTube ever. I get more things from Twitch on paper than I do YouTube.
Really? Twitch mails you stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or maybe it's just... Maybe I might be mixing things. I know I have gotten mail from Twitch before. But I don't remember what it was. It was something related to taxes, I'm pretty sure, though.
Oh, boring.
But I think since they switched to being owned by Amazon, Amazon does it all digitally now.
Hmm.
But I think you can have the mail stuff anyways if you like specifically request it, but I have no need to have only paper records for that sort of thing anyways.
Mm-hmm. I know Ruru had said she got an email when they offered her a spot on the front page.
Ooh, interesting.
Which is like, apparently like you have to apply for it and you might get a chance to get it if you're smaller, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The big people, they just automatically get it.
Well, they've gone through the whole partner process probably, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand having it. It's probably like an automated system that checks if you're hitting the right numbers for that sort of thing, and then they actually review your content later. It is really interesting hearing more about larger streamers these days. With like the rise of VTubers and stuff, because like I always thought, I was like, oh man, you know, I watch and consume all these mainstream things, and like I'm always following just like whatever the popular thing is, because that's what I hear about. I need to get more outreach into more indie projects, and then you start hearing about like all the like really big things people are into, and then you go, oh wait, no, I'm actually not like that into mainstream things at all. Who the fuck are all these people?
That's like one of the things I've never been able to do is like actors' names.
I hate trivia because they always ask about celebrities, and I don't know any celebrities. I don't care about celebrities. I like maybe know like 3 celebrities' names, and one of them is just like, if I could get that guy to voice act something for me, I'd go fucking insane. But the other 2 is just like, oh yeah, Chris and the other Chris, or whatever his name is. And that's just because I got made fun of for thinking they were the same Chris. Not even because of something they did.
Speaking of niche people, did I ever show you the croissant witch VTuber?
No, show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's a bread fox. It's
That's
very
so good.
cute.
Wait, Bread Fox, that sounds familiar.
There you go.
Oh wait! I think you did. This looks familiar. Oh, she's live right now.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Oh wait,
Look at this
no.
video.
No, it was a different fox that I looked at, I think.
Behold that hat, the glorious.
That hat is
croissant
really
hat.
good. That hat's really good. We're probably gonna raid into her in a second, because I need to wait for all of this stuff to dry entirely before I can do anything more with it.
The flakes and speckles added to the hat is just perfection.
It's really good. I think before I go, I'm gonna glue some of these top leaves together so they can dry as well. Because I've been trying to like make like chunks of this. Like this is a big chunk and the tree trunk is a big chunk. So that when I'm piecing it all together in the end, it's a lot easier.
So did he want like the 3D effects?
Oh, my dad had no choice in what he's getting.
Oh,
He has repeatedly told me over the years that he will happily take whatever I give him when it comes to art. So I had to like come up with everything on my own. He's in fact worse than Daishima, trying to do a commission for her.
Oh no.
Like, at least Daishima gives me a subject matter to work with. So the way I glue things for this kind of paper is very interesting. This is technically a brush for like nail art, but it doesn't like get the glue stuck in it as badly as a normal brush, and it's also like not a great brush overall. So it's just like, yeah, let's use that for glue. Where's my glue? Marjorie, did you eat my glue? Where the fuck did it go? It was on my desk earlier. Is my glue back there, baby? Did you eat it?
I can't remember. Were you the one scared of bugs? Or were you not?
Small dogs.
Small dogs. Okay, so like you like beetles, right?
Beagles?
Beetles. The insect of the beetle?
Oh, you were saying dogs. I was so confused because that was a completely
No,
different animal.
You said dogs. I said, were you the one afraid of insects? And then you said, no, small dog.
I swear you said, are you the one that's afraid of dogs?
Oh, I thought I said bugs.
I think we're both deaf. It's okay. We got there in the end. But no, I'm not afraid of bugs. I love seeing bugs. Show me bug.
So this is bug art in the back, but I love how they did the bug girl. Like the insect arms. The way they did the insect arms and antennas.
Oh, that's sick as hell. I knocked something down earlier that I think might have been my glue. But I don't see it. Oh, that's what I knocked down. Where's my glue then?
I ate it.
No! Well, I guess I'll have to end stream while I search for my glue.
Oh no.
I literally can't find it.
Let's see if there's anybody to raid on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll set up the raid to Griffin. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed doing physical art with me. I'd like to do more of these streams. Now that I have.
Oh, Griffin's on YouTube as well.
Oh, hell yeah! Thank God! I won't be super overwhelmed.
You need their YouTube channel, you got.
Please link yes. It'll make it easier.
Yep.
Grab that raid message if you don't mind,
That's
everyone.
my job. My job is to make Ambrosia's life easier.
You do that just by existing.
There you go.
And let's see, where's the edit button? There we go. Alright, you guys, I will catch you next week. Goodbye. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Have a good break, Prith.